Jack in the Box. This is a very affordable, the most affordable unit we are looking at, $1.8 million at 4% cap rate because it has 40 years, the 20 years remaining in lease. It's a brand new lease with 6 times 5-year option, the longest lease and the longest option you could available in this project. Net actual rent is the least as well, 72,000. That's because the purchase price is low. But it is what it is. Part of the reason why it's low is because it's safe.
Okay. And this is also triple N as well?
Yes. Let me pull it up. New 20-year lease back investment. So actually, the developer developed this property. They are selling this with the lease, and then they are paying you the lease back. Okay.
What does that mean?
The owner had a land, and then they developed this property. They brought in Jack in the Box. They signed this lease. They are probably operating the Jack in the Box.
Oh, you mean the owner operates a Jack in the Box?
Yes, and they are leasing it back. So they are 20-year sale and lease back. They are selling this property to you and then lease it back from you.
Huh. Wow.
Okay, that's why I say everything in Scotia and commercial is really interesting. And I'm happy to bring you into this world. By the way, we're short on time. If it does end because of the time, then I'll restart a session and I'll invite you again in the group.
Okay.
So this is a good price, $1.8 million. Actual rent is, it is what it is, $72,000. 10%. And over 20 years, you will grow 33%. And with a fee simple land, we own everything. No landlord responsibility or management. You don't have to pay anything. It's 2,463 square feet.
So this owner is also a Jack in the Box operator.
Yes, they brought it in. They basically maybe they franchised or something.
Yeah, franchise, like a franchisee, right? Okay.
Yeah. So that's why in commercial we'll get to see all type of different financing situation and different owners. And they want a secure places. You want a secure income. So that way, basically, they already secured this location for a good 20 years. They can continue to make money every year out of this location. Who knows if the business is so successful, he might sell the business in 4 or 5 years too. We don't know.
Oh, next to Panda Express. Okay.
Yes, and we have a very good about 40,000 cars per day traffic along the way. Close to the county hall.
Okay.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I read something. I read about this city. What is it? What is it called?
Kings County.
Hanford.
Hanford.
Yeah, Hanford. And then I think this is a permanent residence, about like 50,000 plus 50,000 people.
Yeah, it's a small town.
How big is the town that Victor, that you bought the property at? Is it big town or small town, like 50,000?
Oh, you mean my experience? That one is a very big town. It's very close to the Air Force Academy. So
it's a
so
big
it's
town. So population is a lot bigger.
yeah, and also the house and the apartment nearby is fairly new. So it's I mean the trend of the population growing is very fast. So yeah, so this Hanford yeah, maybe I need to do more research. Seems like it's an inland town, kind of far away from 2 major highways. So
It's in between. Yeah, it's in the central California.
yeah.
It's in between 2 major highways. There's a main road that goes in. It's like between 2 major highways. Then it's in the middle. So it's called a county called King County. But it's the permanent residence is about 50,000. I read it earlier this morning. I guess yeah, we'll have to look into whether, the transient is good, whether
Yeah.
there's transient traffic between that comes to
Yeah.
this town, from traveling between the two major highways and things like that. But it's in Central California.
It's by Fresno, and this
Yeah.
is like a big farming area,
Yeah.
farming agricultural
Yeah,
population.
I read it's more like the people who live there are more like 50, maybe 40% white people, 40% Hispanic, very few Asians. So that's kind of like where this place is. Yeah.
I don't expect much Asians to live in around that area because
Yeah.
of them are in farming.
No. I'm just saying the demographics. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but just it's
Yeah.
about Hispanic and white in that area.
So that's that. So with this Dollar General this might be the only similar store in the area, and very little competition, and it can thrive. The negative part about it is that in case if it's so good in business and 99 cent stores thought opportunity say, hey, I want a piece of that pie too, and open up a second one, then that will threaten a lot of the business in such a tiny little town because it can get saturated easily. So
You talking about
Jack in the
not this one, not this one.
Hanford, I meant. That goes the same with everything.
Oh,
Jack
okay.
in the Box and Hanford, I think it's a very safe investment because Hanford is I guess, small town, and it doesn't usually have a lot of businesses and not a lot of choices, especially along the highway area. We have the prime location, so usually I think the Jack in the Box will thrive in such area. I'm not very concerned about it, but like in nature wise, the value of these property is different from, San Dimas or Orange or other prime city locations.
Mm-hmm.
This is really rural. And yeah, it's just for you to consider if, we have so many options to choose from. Okay, last I would like to present to you is Carl's Jr. in Riverside. That's in a much more familiar city I am in with since I graduated from UC Riverside. And let me pull it up for you. It is about $2 million, 5.75% cap rate, 6 years remaining on the lease, 3 times 5 options. And the unique thing about the rent bump is in 2024, it will have its rent bump for 12%. And then after that, it will be 10% every 5 years. Okay, and the actual rent is about $114,000 per year and built in 2014. Let me share that project with you.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 years remaining on the lease with 3 remaining options through 2044, fixed 10% increases. The Carl's Jr. has been in this location since 1973. So it has been here for 50 years. Very, very stable tenant. And new build in 2014, a classic star 4 wall prototype. So I think this is different version of it's like a remodel. Sometimes a McDonald's will renovate its whole facade, the whole look, and El Pollo Loco might do the same thing. This is I think a number 4 prototype, basically. Offering memorandum, triple net lease, so you don't have to worry about anything. It's a single tenant with its own parking lot. Nearby retailers include Salvation Army, Target, Macy's, KFC, Yard House, Buffalo Wings, Robbins Brother, AMC, Firestone, McDonald, 99 cents only store, O'Reilly, and Dickies and more.
Where'd you get the 12% from?
That was in its lease description, so hopefully I can pull it up. Here,
Based on NOI and the price, right?
ROI, no, rent increase is 12% increase in 2024. So we will have a rent bump. You know how sometimes we say 10% increase every 5 years,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that
Okay.
5 year is coming up in 2024, but this increase is 12%.
12% increase in 2024 and 10% every 5 years. Every 5 years after. So 12% in 2024, and next time there is an increase will be 2029.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So the 113,906 income rent will have a 12% increase in 2024 very, very quickly. And we will
So
look
this
at,
year,
yeah, cap rate.
so it's jumped to 6.4
Wow,
in this year.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds, I mean, I like the cap rate for this one.
Yeah, it looks very,
Yeah.
very nice to me too. Especially
Yeah.
it's been here for 50 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
I like the brand. Riverside, it was very promising in the past few years, but I heard the residential price in Riverside decreased quite a lot in the past 2 years. Is that true?
I wouldn't agree with that. No.
No.
I sold my property and in Moreno Valley, which is next to Riverside, and I'm not able to buy it back for the same price. So I still think it's going up. But I think there are people going over special financial situations who might selling it under what they could have got. Okay, Riverside is like San Bernardino. It has some poor people, but fast food goes well with poverty. I wouldn't concern anything about this Carl's Jr. being here. I think it's a very sound and safe tenant, and it will renew.
Yeah.
Because it has been making money, and it will continue to make money.
Okay, take a look who else is in that
We're in the Salvation.
the nearby business. Yeah.
The next one is Salvation Army directly next.
Yeah, there should be like a parking lot. They should probably no, just Salvation Army.
So we're here standalone.
Mhm.
Salvation Army. Here we have ATM. Nail and Spa. This is a neighborhood center.
Neighborhood center. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Liquor place. Okay.
Social Security. We're right next door to Social Security.
Okay.
Which by itself brings in a lot of foot traffic. Across the street is Pho, FedEx, KFC, Korean Grill, and another neighborhood center.
Okay.
Close to High 91 freeway. In here, there's a Cheesecake Factory. This looks like a mall. Buffalo Wing, Galleria at Tyler. Oh, it's 2 blocks away from Tyler Mall. You know Tyler Mall?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, Tyler Mall is like a 50-year-old mall. It's a very
Okay. So it's like
iconic location.
like South Coast Plaza type of mall. Okay.
In the only one.
Is that a Korean supermarket or Galleria?
Galleria is
Galleria, no. It's just a mall.
Oh.
It's just a mall.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
shopping mall. You can see it's rated 4.4 by 11,000 people. So it's iconic in Riverside. So
Okay.
I love the location next to Social Security, next to apartment buildings, very high concentration, high density located, residentials, close to highway, next to mall, close to Best Buy. We are in good, and here's Kaiser Permanente. These are all high employment areas. Okay, so this is in a much more better location than Hanford for sure,
Yes.
That's how dense the area is developed. So that is all I have prepared for you. 7 different projects that I think are very reasonable and sound investments, each with its own pro and con. But I think this Riverside have no issue extending their option. And even if it does not lease with that type of location, I can easily find the next tenant. Okay.